The Phanerozoic Eon is the most recent geological eon of Earth's history. It is the time in which most of the animal and plant life has existed and flourished. This eon is separated into three distinct eras. These include the Paleozoic, Mesozoic, and Cenozoic. Each of them have defining characteristics that separate them from each other. The first era is the Paleozoic. It occurred 542 million years ago up until 251 million years ago. It began with the Cambrian explosion, a time when large groups of life began appearing on Earth. This was because the climate was warm worldwide for most of the era and was comfortable for many life forms. The one exception was an ice age which occurred in the middle of the Paleozoic. The plants of this era were fairly simple and are similar to what they look like today. The fern is a short, wide plant that has pointy leaves and provides a layer of vegetation to the forest floor. Cycads have thick trunks, pointy leaves, and were very abundant during the Paleozoic. Conifers are the tallest from these group of plants and are still a common plant today. Trilobites were hard-shelled arthropods that lived at the bottom of the seafloor during the Paleozoic before going extinct about 252 million years ago. The mussel is the only animal of these three that is still alive today. It lives in colonies on rocks at the edge of the ocean and feeds off of plankton. The tetrapod was one of the first animals that could live outside of the water. It is the ancestor of many amphibians and reptiles of today, and it was one of the most common creatures on land at that time. The Mesozoic occurred 251 million years ago up until 65 million years ago. It began with the formation of Pangaea and a recovery from the Permian extinction. Its climate was very uneven, as the center of Pangaea experienced a dry climate, resulting in areas of desert, and the coasts had a wetter climate because they were near the ocean. As the recovery from the extinction quickened, the Earth was a place of great diversity and allowed for the evolution of huge animals. The Mesozoic is also called the Age of the Dinosaurs. Pterodactyls were carnivores that lived in the time of the dinosaurs, even though they were flying reptiles. These reptiles had wings and hollow bones, but did not have fur, just as bats, which are the descendants of pterodactyls. Sauropods are a group of dinosaurs known for their long necks and tails. They are the biggest group of dinosaurs that lived on land, reaching up to 17 meters in length. They died out at the end of the Jurassic as other dinosaurs became more dominant. Finally, the plesiosaurs were a group of marine reptiles that could grow up to 10 meters in length. They were carnivores that lived near the shore and lived in all parts of the ocean. They were thriving until the extinction at the end of the Mesozoic, when they all died out. Throughout the Paleozoic and Mesozoic eras, ferns and conifers continued to be extremely common plants throughout the land. The Mesozoic also saw the rise of flowering plants that spread quickly. One example of these is the magnolia tree. Soon flowering plants overtook conifers in their population. The final era began 65 million years ago, after the extinction of dinosaurs, and still continues into the present day. It had various fluctuations, including tropical climates and colder periods. During this time, the supercontinent of Pangaea broke apart and drifted to form the current continents. The Eohippus is an animal that was much smaller in size than its modern descendants, horses. Their population began to flourish around 56 million years ago, mostly in North America and Europe. The woolly mammoth is an extinct species of mammoth that had long tusks and long fur. It was the last species of mammoth before becoming extinct. They were approximately the same size as modern elephants today, and it weighed 6 tons. Saber-toothed tiger is an extinct member of the feline family that was known for its curved teeth. It was one of the dominant predators of the Cenozoic. It is much larger than any other modern cats, such as the lion or tiger. Since the Cenozoic leads to the present day, there is a large variety of plants available to choose from. However, moss, oaks, and pines were all present throughout the Cenozoic and still exist today. They have shaped the landscape of the modern Earth. These are the life forms and events that have influenced how the Earth looks today and what can live on it.